Let me ask you something real quick. If your car broke down tomorrow, or your hours got cut at work next week, or a medical bill hit you out of nowhere, would you be okay? Or would your stomach twist with anxiety because you'd have no idea how to cover it? If you're feeling a little called out, don't worry, you're not alone. In fact, according to a recent survey, more than half of Americans wouldn't be able to cover a $1,000 emergency without borrowing money. That's not just a stat, it's a wake-up call. But here's the truth nobody tells you. You don't need a six-figure salary or a fancy job title to build financial safety. You can build an emergency fund even if you're broke. Sounds impossible, right? But stick with me, because today we're going to shift your mindset, walk through powerful yet simple strategies, and show you how people just like you have done it, $1 at a time. Welcome back to Money Mindset Hub, where smart money meets real life. I'm your host, Raul Sofa, and today we're talking about building your first line of financial defense, the emergency fund. Not someday, but starting now, even if your bank account looks like a desert right now. Let's get into it. Let's start with why this matters. See, an emergency fund isn't just about money, it's about freedom, security, and mental peace. Here's a story I'll never forget. Let's call her Maria, emailed us last year. She's a single mum, working 2 jobs, doing everything she can just to get by. Then, out of nowhere, her youngest gets sick. Hospital visit, medication, days off work. Boom, $800 in expenses she didn't have. No emergency fund, no savings, and her only option, high-interest payday loan. That $800 emergency ballooned into over $2,000 of debt in 3 months. The stress, the shame, the sleepless nights, that's the real cost of not having a cushion. Now imagine another version of that story. Same situation, but this time, Maria had a $500 emergency fund. She doesn't panic. She doesn't borrow. She handles the situation with strength, knowing she planned ahead. That's the power of an emergency fund. It turns chaos into calm. It's not about being rich, it's about being ready. Now maybe you're thinking, okay, Raul, this all sounds great, but I literally have no extra money to save. I'm barely keeping the lights on. And hey, I see you. Let's talk about the mindset first, because it's the foundation for everything. Being broke isn't a character flaw, it's a temporary financial condition, not a permanent identity. But if you keep telling yourself, I'm broke, your brain will look for proof and stop trying. Instead, say this: I'm resourceful, I can figure this out, I'm building a new reality. Here's what that did for one of our community members, Josh. Josh was delivering for Uber Eats while finishing school, tight on money, barely scraping by, but he started saving $1, just $1. He put it in an envelope every single day. After 3 months, he had $90. Not a life-changing amount, but it changed his mindset. He realized he could save. That small act of discipline gave him confidence to take on bigger financial goals. The mindset shift. That was priceless. And here's what I want you to remember. The amount doesn't matter as much as the habit. You're not building an emergency fund, you're building self-trust. Let's dive into the how. This section is packed, so feel free to pause and replay anytime. Take notes. You're going to want to. 1. Start with a micro goal. Forget $10,000. Start with $500 or even $250. Why? It's more realistic, and you'll build momentum faster. Write it on a sticky note. Emergency fund. Goal 500. Put it on your bathroom mirror, fridge, or phone wallpaper. This keeps it real and visible. 2. Track every dollar. Awareness creates change. Download a free app like Mint, YNAB, or Good Budget. Look at where your money's going. I guarantee you'll find at least $10 to $20 a month that can be redirected. Yes, it takes discipline, but knowledge shall power. 3. Cut one non-essential and redirect it. Pick one thing, just one: Netflix, daily lattes, unused gym membership, cut it temporarily. That 15-month, that's $180 a year. You're not depriving yourself, you're reallocating for peace of mind. 4. Automate your savings. Even if it's $5 a week, automate it. Set it to move into a high-yield savings account. Out of sight, out of mind. Consistency beats intensity. 5. Use windfalls and unexpected income. Birthday money, tax refunds, $20 bill in your coat pocket. Don't spend it. Send it to the fund. Windfalls are fast fuel for savings. 6. Try the cash envelope or jar system. Old school but powerful. Label an envelope or jar emergency fund. Put your spare cash in there. Physically seeing it grow is motivating. 7. Use roundup apps. Apps like Capital, Acorns, and Chime round up your purchases and stash the difference. Spend $3.65 on coffee. 35 cents get saved. It adds up. Pain-free. 8. Side hustle with purpose. Got weekends free? A few hours at night? TaskRabbit, tutoring, pet sitting, selling stuff on Facebook Marketplace. It's not glamorous, but it's a stepping stone. Even an extra 50 a month gets you closer. 9. Visualize and celebrate progress. Make a tracker. Color it in. Celebrate 50, 100, 250 milestones. Progress is motivation, and you deserve to feel proud. Great, you've built your fund. Now how do you protect it? Keep it in a separate account. Label it clearly. Emergency only. Refill it after use. Don't use it for holidays, birthdays, or impulse buys. Invest it in stocks. It's not meant to grow, it's meant to be ready. Think of your emergency fund like a fire extinguisher. You hope you never use it, but if the kitchen catches fire, you'll be grateful you have it. Let's bring this home. You don't need to be rich to be prepared. You don't need a raise to start saving. And you don't need permission to take control of your finances. We talked about why emergency funds are essential. We shifted our mindset from broke to builder. You now have real practical steps to make this happen today. I want you to leave this episode believing one thing. I have the power to change my financial story. Start small, stay consistent, celebrate progress. And remember, every dollar saved is one less dollar you'll have to borrow later. If this episode helped you shift your mindset or gave you a tool you're going to try, do me a favor, hit that like button. Smash subscribe to join the Money Mindset Hub family. Tap that notification bell so you never miss a new episode on your journey to financial freedom. I'm Raul Sofa, and you've been listening to Money Mindset Hub, where we turn real-life struggles into real financial strategies. Stay grounded, stay growing. And always remember, your emergency fund isn't just about the money, it's about buying back your peace. Until next time.